When it comes to creating content that converts, being able to build that social media presence and just to really get really seen and heard. And here's something really big, because a lot of my clients are mums or they're in the 45 to 50 age bracket and they feel like that they're too old to be selling themselves online. They feel like that because, they've only just started their new business, that they're not able to connect with their audiences because they have this belief that they're young and then they're not going to buy from them because they have to be like everyone else. Now, I have a huge belief about fake it until you become it. And I know a lot of you guys can resonate with this. This is not to do with fake it till you make it. And that's not what my event is about. But what I'm going to teach you guys now is how you can really elevate your presence, even if you're new to this, even if you're still navigating through how to sell. And this is going to be a juicy episode. So brace yourselves, Queen, for the key points when it comes to really selling yourself online and building that authentic presence. The first Queen point to this is this. Hello, my queens, and welcome back with Keys to the Queendom. I'm so excited to talk about this. Is a really juicy episode, and it's all to do with elevating your presence so that you can scale your business in the online space. This is for anyone that's either an aspiring business owner, someone who has been coaching for a while, but what they're currently struggling with is the presence when it comes to selling. I've been speaking to a lot of queens lately, and it has all to do with them being shy and not knowing how to sell from an authentic place. Maybe they're really new to really putting themselves out there as well. Or maybe they've done all the wrong things based on what they thought was the way to sell and to build a really personable brand. This is all the things I'm going to be teaching guys at my Show Up, Sell and Scale. But I thought, why not give you guys some 5 queen points? I like to call these my key points, but they're called queen points. When it comes to creating content that converts, being able to build that social media presence and just to really get really seen and heard. And here's something really big, because a lot of my clients are mums or they're in the 45 to 50 age bracket and they feel like that they're too old to be selling themselves online. They feel like that because, they've only just started their new business, that they're not able to connect with their audiences because they have this belief that they're young and then they're not going to buy from them because they have to be like everyone else. Now, I have a huge belief about fake it until you become it. And I know a lot of you guys can resonate with this. This is not to do with fake it till you make it. And that's not what my event is about. But what I'm going to teach you guys now is how you can really elevate your presence, even if you're new to this, even if you're still navigating through how to sell. And this is going to be a juicy episode. So brace yourselves, Queen, for the key points when it comes to really selling yourself online and building that authentic presence. The first Queen point to this is this.
Queen, how often have you said, I spent my whole life studying, I've been to school my whole life, and I've actually learned nothing that teaches me the tools and strategies to build a successful business in the outside world. You've probably spent thousands of dollars on courses, or you've heard fake news from business gurus. Well, I'm here to give this incredible news to everyone here right now that this is Queen Stream University. Get out of debt and actually start making money in the online space, knowing and having the foundations to build a successful business. Now, I'm talking because I have gone through the trenches. I have been a fitness coach, built my online business as a pro athlete, and now I am a business coach. You'll go from having absolutely no idea what your business is through, in the 8 weeks, learn the foundations of knowing what your purpose is, your vision and mission, and also understanding your business values with the execution to know what that business is. You'll also learn branding, social media, content strategy, marketing, and more importantly, how to sell. With Queen Stream University, it'll cut out the bullshit and remove all the fluff and get you working specifically on your business so you can execute this in 8 weeks to get ready to launch. I wanted you to have something where you get to access something straight away, where you get to fast track your growth, as well as remove any doubt, any overwhelming sensation or stress or the question that everyone seems to ask, where do I begin? With Queenstream University, you'll be able to build wealth, freedom, and at the end of the day, be an entrepreneur and be able to say, I have finally built my own thing, my own business. And I've stopped making money for someone else, and I'm now making money for my own empire. Queenstream University.
Embrace your authentic voice. Now, I share this because even if you're new, or maybe you feel like because you're in that sort of mid 40s to 50 range, which all of my clients are, that they have to be seen as someone they're not. So how to be your authentic self and have your own voice is actually bringing yourself into the level of, how do I speak to my best friends? How do I have conversations when I go to a coffee shop and I order my coffee? Or if I was to be asked a question by one of my beautiful best friends, how do I answer that in a really tone of voice? Because tone of voice can really be felt when you're trying to be someone you're not. I'm going to give you an example right now. So if I was to jump on my stories and I was to say, this is my Show Up, Sell and Scale event, I'd love to see you guys there. This is what feels fake, right? Hey guys, so my event is Show Up, Sell and Scale. And if you want to be part of this amazing day, I would love to see you there, Queen. Do you feel how that doesn't sound like myself? Or, you know what? This event is great for yourself because I feel like the women that really want to connect with me are going to be able to see that this is how you build an authentic brand. I know that sounds really exaggerated, but this is what happens when a lot of people speak on their stories. They feel like they have to either over exaggerate or tone it down. And really, merely, it's just having a conversation, just like I'm speaking to you here. So this is the first queen point, to find and really embrace your authentic voice so that you can be seen and heard as you. And that's how people connect with you, because remember, everything is frequency. Everything can be felt. Everything is energy. So practice how you speak to your partner. And let's be real, how you speak to your fur babies, because I know for a fact that I'm not someone that pretends that I don't speak to herself. I already do. Now, the second queen point when it comes to learning how to build presence and scaling your business in the online space is embracing your story. And connections are made from a personal brand based on your story. Now, a lot of people go, well, I don't have a story. It's not tragic enough. And 3, I don't even know what the fuck to talk about. And there's one other big thing that a lot of people do when it comes to this, and that is they don't want to share too much of their private life. And I know what that feels like, because I know when you first begin, there's a lot of things to kind of go, what story is going to be applicable and relevant to my audience? So I'm going to give you guys some 3 key things on how to find a really good story that's going to be relevant to your audience. Is 1, what are your values? Number 2, what are some significant events that have happened in your life that have shaped you for who you are today? And number 3, talk about a moment in time where you have faced hardship around when you were in school or high school or even early adolescent age. And how did that make you feel? And sit on that. I talk about being homeless a lot. I talk about the moment in time where I was bullied in school. I talk about a time where I was bashed when I was 21. And I also talk about a time where I used to be a Hooters girl. All really interesting stories, but it all relates back to the women I'm wanting to work with, who want to build a personal brand, who want to build an empire. And this is, again, a really great exercise to do. And it's not just a matter of going, well, I'm just going to wing it and talk about whatever. I want you to take time to actually reflect and write things down so that you can start to really connect with your story too. And a really great way to practice this is journaling about it. Your biggest, authentic stories come from when you actually write things down. So again, as I said, this is a really small yet simple way to really start to connect with your audience with your stories. That doesn't mean you have to share all your private life when you're not just yet ready. Start with the values, start with the events that has shaped you for who you are, And number three, what are the things that you experienced as a child or even through high school or early adolescent age that have brought you to where you are right now?
Hey, beautiful kings and queens, are you right now in a space where you're ready to take action and build your business, yet you struggle where to begin? You're feeling stuck and overwhelmed with all the things you need to do when it comes to building a business. Build the business of your dreams in the online space and be in the arena of all the incredible, great humans out there that are building 7 to 8 figure businesses. Now, the foundations that I truly believe in that you are going to learn through this membership is sales, marketing, content creation, social media, money mindset, and of course, branding. Now, all of this will be accessible for you to be learning what is currently hot right now in the market and how you can create your own business and build a successful business in the online space. All you have to do right now is DM Empire in my Instagram or email myself and my team, and we will get the ball rolling so you can have your empire and start making moves in the online space right now.
Now, the third really significant queen point is the third point, which is engage with your community. I can't stress this enough, my beautiful humans, because people will purely just focus on the result and making money, but you have a tribe within you that you really want to nurture, that you really want to hold close to your heart, and you really want to celebrate them too, because while you want to make 7 figures or multi-6, you're going to be forgetting about the people that have actually gotten you to where you are now. So every day, also on social media, your audience is really your virtual community. I say this with all of my clients. You want a community in the online space, yet all you're prioritizing is how to bring in more leads and convert them. The community is virtual online on your social media. So every single day, find a specific time, whether it's 15 minutes, whether it's 20, whether it's half. I used to do this very well when I was in the fitness space because I'd be on the treadmill and I'd be DMing and having conversations with the people on my online space. I would find time to connect, whether it's, liking a post, whether it's commenting on something that I find of value and similarities, and also celebrating them. Excuse me, just choked on my own words. I think a lot of people forget that because it's online that you don't have to make an effort when it comes to speaking to people, but that is the most stupid thing I've heard in my entire life, because people who own shops, physical shops, they have people walking in all the time. Do you think they're just going to wait for the person to come up to them when they need help? No. These are the conversations of building rapport that you have to really navigate through to nurture your audience. So pick some time during the week and day to connect, to respond, and to comment, and to also make sure you're celebrating the people that you look up to and even the people that you may not be following too. Don't have this ego voice in your head saying that I'm too good enough for you, because again, this is where community is the culture, which is the strategy. Now, another really key thing when it comes to elevating your presence online and scaling your business is really prioritizing, this is Queen Point 4, content planning with purpose. I say that because a lot of people will go, oh, you know what, I'm just going to post something and then, it's me done. But now more than ever, if you don't have a goal behind the post and you don't have a reason as to what you're educating your audience with, or whether it's to inspire or whether it's just to show more of your parts of your life, people are not going to give a shit about it, guys. I'm sorry to say this, but right now, vanilla content is out and doing what everyone else does is out. So you really need to create content that has meaning and purpose and has a goal behind it. And the goal doesn't always have to be to sell. I do definitely believe that selling is an everyday job, but your content is here to merely create a connection piece, to build trust, and to convert, but also to be relatable with your audience. Have fun with it. And again, this is where having a plan of attack and creating a content plan, which we give to our clients, and what you're going to be learning at my show up, sell and scale event. But you can't just wing these things anymore. You can't win. You can't wing. This is a really big point I want to remember. You can't wing success. You can't wing a personal brand. You can't wing, being a wealthy entrepreneur to build an online business. It's not about that anymore. There is strategy with everything, and energy and frequency and patience. So remember, your content has to be purposeful and driven towards an end goal. And again, I know this is me coming quite full on with this, but one last point when it comes to really building that presence online and scaling your business, and this is point number 5, really focus on free resources and giving value every single day for free. You have no idea what I do when it comes to building that personal brand and building trust. For a whole year, I dedicated my life to upskilling myself every single day and giving free masterclasses to my audiences, doing a live every day, which I do still to this very day. And I'm still making sure that I'm giving free resources for my audiences, because not everyone right now knows who you are. And there is a lot of people out there wanting to build a successful business just like you. So what makes you different from everyone else? You know, they're either going to work with someone that is quite giving, knowledgeable, and has a personal brand, or they're going to, work with someone that, again, has the skill set and the knowledge and the social proof of the results that they've been able to get for their clients. Again, you've got to remember this. You may have this ego-ness about where you've given enough free value. I'm telling you now, you haven't. So the more resources you give, the more you are putting yourself out there, the more people are going to want to work with you. So my queen, right now, you may be feeling like this has been like such a huge, great podcast, and I've learned so much. This is just a taste of what you're going to experience at my event. Show up in your social media voice is what I really want to sell to you guys right now. How to sell in the online space and how to scale. This event is virtual as well as a live event. And I just want you guys to understand that this is going to be an incredible day that we all get to experience together. And if these 5 queen points were really such great takeaways, you're going to get even more when it comes to building a presence online with confidence, a personal brand where you can learn how to sell through storytelling, and last but not least, create content mastery to scale your online business. Queen, this is going to be an event unlike anything before. This is live and also virtual here in Sydney. And if this isn't your sign right now to take action to buy a ticket, this is your sign right now. Have an amazing day, Queen, and I'll see you all next week. The more that we decide to really step into this version of ourselves with our content, with our brand, with showing up, that's when the moves start to happen. When it comes to content mastery, and you are new to this game, you are new to obviously building your presence online, and maybe right now you don't want to think about the micro topics, who you're speaking to, the ideal clients. Start with collaboration. And I think it's really important that you make that decision, that certainty to start thinking about how can I start being seen in front of different people each and every day. So the first piece to content mastery is being able to make those decisions to collaborate, to speak to someone new.
One of the reasons why I wanted to work with you was because I love that you have a community and you bring everyone together.
I have learned all about how to tell a story, what are the main components of a story. It's so helpful for brand improvement.
The highlight for me today has been being around such awesome, like-minded people and actually figuring out what I think my brand is and what I want to do.
But at the end of the day, if you're just true to who you are and focus on who you were as a younger self, it brings in those types of people that are just like, yes, I want to work with you.